everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeremy, co-founder at Nature Remedies. Today we're chatting with Laura Andors, certified health coach from MBHC. We're talking about aromatherapy and gearing up for the winter with essential oils. This is part of our DIY Wellness Week, our second chat of the week. Laura, thank you very much for joining us. You want to introduce yourself really quick?
Sure. Thanks for having me. I'm Laura Andors. I am the founder and CEO of Mind and Body Health Coaching, and I specialize in stress management. But I also have a lot of interest in many different areas, including essential oils.
Cool. So winter is upon us. People are sick with COVID. People are going to be sick with flu, with a whole bunch of other nasty stuff ahead of the winter. And just in general, people don't really take care of their immune system. They think like, okay, fine, I'll take some vitamin C and I'll be okay. It's obviously a bit more than that. As we both know, essential oils can supplement your immune system. There's lots of them that are really, really cool and do very important stuff in your body. What do you recommend? How do they work? Let's take it away. All yours.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, I liked that you mentioned that it's not just vitamin C, or it's not just exercise, or just sleep, or just essential oils. I wouldn't say just use these essential oils and everything will be okay, because diet and so many other things play a role. So I feel like that was a good introduction to it, but these can definitely support and boost your immune system to help. So as far as how essential oils work, I used to think this, and I've found that a lot of people have thought that they smell really great and they're kind of like a safer candle option. They smell good and that's about it. And they might think, oh, it might make you happy to smell something good, but actually there's like science-based evidence that they have not only psychophysiological, but physiological effects on us. But today we're talking about immune system, and I kind of wanted to hone in specifically on viruses and how some studies have shown how they can help prevent or work against viruses. And then I wanted to share a synergy with you, which is a blend of different oils that's kind of like the DIY part.
Yeah, so we know that essential oils do a lot of things. We know that some of them are antibacterial, some are antimicrobial, some are antiviral. How exactly do the antiviral ones work? What do they do to help boost our immune system and, fight viruses in our system?
Well, they can help fight viruses, not only in our immune system, but kind of like all around us in our home, which is why a diffuser is a good thing to have at this time. But clinical studies have shown that constituents or parts of essential oils can inhibit virus replication. And that in itself is huge. Yeah. But also think about having a diffuser going in your house, and the little particles are spreading all over. Those molecules can help adversely affect pathogens. So if there's viruses also floating near your, just in the air around you. So I like to keep a diffuser near my front door, because that's where I feel like there's so much traffic, people coming and going, there's room for people to bring in germs. And if those germs and virus molecules are in the air and I have a diffuser going, I know that those essential oils are combating those just around us.
So you're saying they're kind of like, use it kind of like an air sanitizer, I guess, right? In a way.
Right. That's a good analogy.
So we're talking about diffusing, right? There's a whole bunch of different ways that we can use essential oils. We can diffuse, we can steam them, we can apply them topically on our feet, on our hands, anywhere you want. What are the actual pluses and minuses of each method of application?
Well, let's see. As far as minuses, there's not really much. I mean, if you were to put on too strong of an oil and you didn't dilute it, that's a very important thing to do, especially the oils that I'm going to be talking about. Some of them are hot oils like cinnamon and clove. If you were to just put that, it could, burn your skin. And then just to say, I've not yet met a person or even heard of a person having an adverse reaction to a true essential oil, but you know, some people have like a random allergy to, say, ginger or something like that, and that is a common oil that you'll see in different blends. So just knowing yourself, but and then the other one that I will be talking about is doing like a steam bath with them, and just being careful that you don't spill water on yourself or burn yourself. But there's not really so many drawbacks with these. They can only help. But as far as like applying topically, a safe way to do that would be to take, most people have these when they're making their own oil blends if they want to apply it topically. And you can put 10 drops of the Synergy, which I'll share in just a second, into here, and fill the rest with the carrier oil, which is, and then you would shake it and apply it. You can use something like sweet almond oil, or fractionated coconut oil is a really common one as well.
Vitamin E also I was using for a while.
Yes, yeah, that's a great one too. It's just a little bit thicker, so if you don't mind, but it is really good for your skin.
I was using it as an aftershave. When I used to shave, I used to make a mixture of vitamin E, lavender oil, tea tree oil, and just like smeared on my face, and it was perfect. Worked well, really well.
That sounds great. I'll have to tuck in my back pocket. So yeah, and then as far as like where to apply something like this, I really try to listen to my body. Where am I feeling it? So if I feel it in my throat, I'll apply it, you know, on the side here or behind my ears, especially. Sometimes when you get sick, you feel it like in your spine and it's really achy. That's another good place, apply down the back of your spine. But the fastest place to get it into your bloodstream is actually the bottoms of your feet. So you can just roll it on, and you can put on some socks, and that's going to be the quickest way for it to absorb into your bloodstream.
Dumb question, but I feel that it needs to be asked anyway. What about sublingual? Is that something that you can do with essential oils?
Good question. So that is a hot topic, and I don't feel like I am like I should give my 2 cents really. I think that if you're working with a certified aromatherapist and they put you on something that is very individualized for you in a safe amount, that's fine. I know people who do it, or they'll put like 1 drop in their drink of like their immunity blend or something, and they've not had a problem. But typically I would not recommend it because it could easily go awry. So I typically stick to diffusion or topical application. But the most important thing, if you are going to do that, is that you are making sure that your essential oils are actually good quality, which is very hard to do because it's not FDA regulated. So it can say pure, it can say 100% pure, it can say therapeutic, and those labels don't mean anything necessarily. So I wouldn't get essential oils off of Amazon. I wouldn't get them from their stores here. I don't know if you have them, called like Home Goods or Marshalls, and they sell them. And you know, maybe that would be fine to diffuse just for a scent. I personally wouldn't, because you are inhaling that and it is getting into your body. But definitely not apply topically or sublingual unless you're certain that it is pure oil, because what that means is either if it's not, it could be synthetic, which it's not going to have the same chemical compound as the plant does, and our bodies accept essential oils because we have similar chemical makeups to plants. Our body recognizes it and then it uses it. But if it's synthetic, it won't work, or it could be harmful. And the best case scenario for a crappy essential oil would be just that it's a very small percent, maybe 10% of the rose oil or whatever you have, and then the rest it's going to be a carrier oil. Yeah. So it's not going to be very strong because it's going to be diluted down a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was going to say that as well. Make sure that you use high quality, reputable oils, and not crap that you buy online that you can't really certify or validate. So I'm glad that you got there before me. Let's talk about this. What did you call it? The Synergy, right? let's talk
Sure.
about your synergy that you want to show us. I'm curious.
Sure. So a synergy is a blend of essential oils, and they work well together to amplify each other's beneficial components. So you can use, if you don't have all of these, that's okay. You can use what you have, but this is a blend that was coined by Dr. Eric Zielinski, and he found that these particular oils worked really well together in combating viruses. So they are, let's see, I don't want to miss one. Cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, lemon, and rosemary. And maybe
Rosemary, one of our favorite oils. We actually posted about this a few days ago. How much I personally, and a lot of people I know, love using rosemary on so many things. So great choice.
I have it on this thing right here. It's like a little, it's not a diffuser because it doesn't go into the air, but
Yeah.
put it on this rock and I can smell it. So yeah, maybe we can put that in the notes for people because I might have gone through that too fast, but cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary.
It will be.
Cool, thank you. So like I said, you could put 10 drops total, so that might be 1 or 2 of each into a roller ball, or if you don't even have these, you don't need them, you could just put it in a bowl and put in maybe a tablespoon of a carrier oil. And it could even be olive oil if you don't have a carrier oil, or avocado oil, sesame, but not toasted sesame. There's lots of options out there. Another way that a lot of people are really familiar with is diffusing them. It's, you put it in this thing that will diffuse it into the air. I would say about 6 to 8 drops in a diffuser. It depends on how much water it holds, and how small your room is and ventilation and stuff like that. And fill the rest with water and turn it on. And then the other thing that has been really great for me and people that I've shared this with is to do like a steam bath with them. So what that means is you would get steaming water and put it in a bowl. And here's where I say, like, it could be harmful only if you like spill it on yourself. It's an amazing thing to do. And 1 or 2 drops total in the bowl because your face is going to be up so close to it. And it's not going to be this whole synergy because some of them are hot oils and that could be too close to your eyes.
Yeah.
I would say for respiratory health, lemon and eucalyptus, 1 drop of each. And then you would take a towel and drape it over your head and the bowl so that the steam stays there and you're breathing that in deeply into your lungs. And that has been amazing for me. I think 2 years ago, I had some respiratory thing and that it worked well for me, I'll say.
Yeah, I tend to suffer from chronic sinusitis, so I know all about these inhalations. I take a bowl with hot water, boiling water. I add, like you said, eucalyptus oil, lemon oil, a bit of lavender oil, and just inhale, and it really, really helps clean out my sinuses and get rid of my headaches. So definitely agree with that, 100%.
Yeah. And then also the steam, just the water itself, that is really moisturizing to your sinuses. And that feels great, especially in the winter when we start to get dry.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is still a thing, but I had been hearing people were using or trying, this is crazy, like a blow dryer because that heat was supposed to kill COVID in their sinuses. And that sounded crazy to me. And it seems really damaging with the heat. But I guess heat is something that has been shown to kill COVID. So this would be a much safer option if you did want to try something like that, because it's water. It's not going to be drying out.
Yeah, I don't know about all these people claiming that heat kills COVID and gargle this and do that, just a lot of pseudoscience and speculation. But anyway, I think we've covered most of our points. Guys, this is just the first call that we're going to have with Laura on a whole bunch of other subjects as well. And I know Laura has an offer for our viewers. You want to tell us about the offer really quick?
Sure, yeah. So anybody who finds me through Nature Remedies page will be offered 10% off of individual coaching with me. Like I said, I specialize in stress management, but we do talk about all aspects of health and what that means, and try to increase each area, but with an emphasis on lowering stress for your own physical health and mental health.
Yeah.
So we can put the code in the notes
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Remedies.
we'll put it in, and stress management, really important subject now. Lots of people are not in a good place, so I think that's very, very useful to have. I think that wraps up for today. Thanks for joining us, Laura. We're going to have more calls, as I said. And anything to say before we finish?
Oh, just thank you for having me. It's nice to chat.
All right, cool. So, guys, stay tuned for the next episode. Probably in a few weeks. We'll let you know. Bye for now.